Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to episode 9 of Hitting the Field FC. We just got just the hosts here. We just got me and Santi here. Santi, how you doing? New shirt?
Good, yeah, New Jersey. I'm representing my home club. We got Deportivo Cali. We don't have to see this one right here. We can skip it. We can hide it.
Yeah, I'm sure Sebastian would be a little bit heated.
Yeah. This is like I believe it's like 2000. It's a 2000 kit.
It's
Year
nice.
2000 kit.
It's got the classic collar and everything.
I like that. I like collars. You also have a collar on.
I do. This is an old kit, 1993, 1994 Aston Villa kit.
I like
an
that.
older one. It's nice though. It's nice. It's a little weird. It's got like buttons here.
Okay.
Flip on.
That's pretty good. That's pretty
good. Shout out Aston Villa. Let's hide the AirPod there too. But yeah, so let's get right into it. We got to talk about AFCON, right? We've kind of been avoiding it for the last few episodes, but we need to talk about it. Some of the details have been coming out, and it's a whole situation.
It's messy.
Just to reiterate for people who don't know, the game itself was super dramatic. AFCON final. It was Senegal versus Morocco. The final that I wouldn't say everyone wanted, but Senegal being there, it was a good fight. It was a good fight. Senegal leaves the pitch after a penalty in the 91st minute, very late in the game. The entire team leaves the pitch. They don't want to be there. They recognize that a penalty that late in the game, it could cost them the tournament. It was a tie game. Edouard Mendy, Chelsea legend, ends up saving the penalty, keeps the game tied. It goes to extra time. Senegal win in extra time. So you think it's all over. You think Senegal's going to win the trophy. And they did. They lifted the trophy.
Yes.
Until 2 months later, 90 plus 2 months, Morocco is crowned the champions of AFCON. It was a crazy decision because technically Senegal did leave the pitch. And in the rules, your whole team can't leave the pitch. But they were leaving in protest. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it was. Well, to start off, really, really messy match, as you mentioned. We got Senegal scoring a goal that was overruled, and it didn't go up the match because a previous fault on a Moroccan player. So the Senegalese team was getting heated from that moment on. Then we get the penalty on the 91st minute that it's basically a death sentence, saying that Morocco is going to win because they got a penalty kick. And then that's when they leave the pitch. But one interesting, it's Sadio Mane, which has been he's
the king of Senegal.
The king of Senegal, absolutely. And then he was the one that brought the players back to the pitch, but he was also the only one that stayed on the pitch. He only left the pitch when there was more players of Senegal in the pitch, and he went back to the locker room and got all the team back to play the game. So that's what Senegal is basically saying, that they did not lift the pitch at all. That's the main concern, and that's how they want to appeal to this decision from CAF that is basically leaving the cup to Morocco on a 3-0 score.
Yeah, and to be honest, the entire tournament was a little bit shady in the first place. You look at some of the things that Morocco was doing. They were stealing towels from opposing goalies. They were literally chasing the goalies out of their box to go steal the towels and pretty much cause harm to any players. They were roughing up ball boys and stopping them from throwing the balls back in. They were disrupting training facilities. Morocco ran the tournament. It was ridiculous what they were doing. And you got to look at the player who inevitably missed that penalty too. Brahim Diaz he was the player of the tournament by far.
Exactly, he was a goal scorer.
Looking like, I know there's been rumors of him leaving Madrid and everything. This could have been a great story for him, kind of getting some shine for Morocco, but he inevitably misses the penalty after being the tournament's top goal scorer. Completely sells, to be honest. Why do you go for a Panenka in the 91st minute? He had it coming. That's ego at its finest. But we got to ask the question: what's next for Senegal? Do they have to give up this trophy? If the appeal goes through, right? If the appeal goes through and it's accepted, obviously Senegal keeps their second AFCON trophy. But what do you think is currently gonna happen? Do you think that appeal is gonna pass?
I hope. I don't think it's going to pass. I think the decision from CAF is pretty much a stone-hedge clear. I think they're just going to leave it like it is. They're going to ask Senegal to actually give back the trophy, which I don't agree with. We just had Senegal playing friendly against Gambia this past week.
They were showing it around the pitch.
Exactly. They were showing off
the trophy. They had a military
military
blockade as well. They were showing it around, some of the Senegalese troops passing the trophy around to the people. It means so much to them. Senegal's only lifted the AFCON trophy one other time. This is huge for a nation like that, and arguably one of the strongest nations in Africa right now. So for a golden generation of Senegalese children to see this is huge for them. This could completely, bolster their football program for the next 20 years. You can't take that away from them.
Absolutely. No, I 100% agree with that. And it's just like a sign of just national pride coming from being the underdogs, and people putting all their money in Morocco for that final because they were playing at home. They had the top scorer. They were going to the final. They had the field advantage, and they ended up losing. So this appeal and violation of the 84th CAF book rule, I don't agree with it. It's messy. It has led for the Women's AFCON Cup to be delayed, and they were supposed to be playing it right now, but now it's gonna be 12 days after the World Cup. So you're gonna see all these people watching the World Cup that they're not gonna drive their attention to the AFCON Women's Cup no more. It's a messy situation for CAF.
Women's sports is already it's a bit difficult to grow in Africa already. You had this growing movement. There's a lot of very good African women talent, strikers in the new women's soccer league here in the United States. There's a lot of great talent, and unfortunately, if you can't get the eyes onto the sport, if you can't get people watching women's AFCON, it's not going to grow the game. That's the biggest thing women's football needs right now. They need to grow the game, especially with role models like Sam Kerr getting arrested earlier. And the best players you have are Aitana Bonmati and Alexi Putellas. You need players who can grow the game in every facet of the world. And if they don't have eyes on the game, it makes it a little bit difficult. I believe here that Senegal won the match. They should get to keep the trophy. But I've seen that other pundits don't agree. We've had people on BBC News. You had people on even the Champions League show. Thierry Henry had a conversation about it.
Yes.
Titi said they should keep it, which I understand. I mean, that makes perfect sense for him. But other pundits aren't agreeing. They're saying that Morocco won. Senegal left the pitch. I can't wrap my head around that. They lost. They literally lost the game.
They lost, and I also believe they should keep the trophy. I don't think this decision is fair for the Senegalese and for the whole country as a whole. A trophy, an international trophy, means a lot for one country, and there's many countries that they don't even have one. They don't even have one in the trophy case. So it's really important for them. I do not think they should be, ripped from this trophy. They should keep the trophy, and they've been showing off. They won. I mean, Senegal is really a good team. They just played Gambia. They won 3-1 against Gambia. They won 2-0 against Peru, and they're heading to the World Cup in the death group.
In the group of death. So we'll see how they perform there.
Producer Nick here, real quick, if you don't mind me stepping in, and I want to hear what Octo, because you said you think they should. What did you say you think should happen?
I think Senegal should get to keep the trophy.
But we heard what Santi thinks will happen. I want to hear what you think will happen, because what I heard the pundits talking about, the discrepancy in the law, and what Senegal's going to argue is that the rule says if the players leave the grounds, not the pitch. So there's an argument to be said about what defines the grounds, because they're talking about that's the stadium. They're still in the vicinity. They're just in the locker room. So that's what they're going to argue. And also, that aside, the rules also say once the ref blows the whistle again to play on, nothing else matters. The moment to disqualify them was there. Once the ref says we play on, we play on. You can't overturn that. So that's what Senegal's going to argue, and I don't know if you think that's going to make it.
In my heart of hearts, I'm praying that Senegal gets to keep their trophy. I had a conversation actually with returning guest Sebastian yesterday, talking about how teams who don't often win, how much it means to them. I asked him, would you sacrifice your firstborn for Colombia to win a World Cup? Immediately he said yes.
Absolutely.
That's the passion of a lot of these soccer fans. When you don't win things often and you see it, like Senegal are not a historically great African nation. It's been 20 years of them really on the come up. But they're not a Nigeria. They're not a Ghana. They're not a South Africa. They're not an Egypt. This is their golden generation. You can't take that from them. So I'm hoping and I'm praying that they do get to keep that trophy. I think they will, though. I think they will. I think it means more to them.
Yeah, and now that you point the referee, whistle, it's crazy how you see this referee getting this match out of his hands. I think referees, not only in Africa but throughout the whole world, have to
they gotta lock in.
Just get more into the rules, get more into what they have to do. That this decision should have been done at that moment when Senegal left the pitch. The referee should have said, okay, the 84th rule of the book says this, and I can apply it here, and I'm going to finish the match, and I'm going to give it the cup to Morocco.
It can't. decisions like this can't drag on for 2 months. That's ridiculous. You can't be doing stuff like that. But unfortunately, I think that's all the time we have to talk about AFCON. Hopefully, the next time we have this conversation, we'll have a verdict about it. Maybe Senegal has a trophy. Maybe Morocco stole something else. But I guess we'll see. When we do come back, though, we're going to be talking about our own top 5 and top 5 best and top 5 worst kits that we determined last time. Kind of debating here. So stay tuned, stay awake. We'll be right back, and hope you're excited. Welcome back. We're here for segment 2. I have no guests to my right, just because they're all across from me. Returning guest Bella is here. And is this your first time on this season, Sean?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, it is. It's been a while.
Returning guest, or at least for last season, Sean Voss is here.
Welcome in.
I see you both got some nice jerseys on. You got the Lamine Yamal jersey.
You know it. It's the best one.
And then Sean, of course,
I'm representing the USA. Mr. Nick Hernandez has something against this jersey for some reason.
To be honest,
I don't know who let him on this segment because he has by far the worst taste in
I
jerseys.
really do not.
Ever. And
I
also,
really
this
don't.
is your first episode because of your Man United picks last season. That's why.
but I mean, he might have been right. That's the problem.
I'm going to be right.
He might have been
I'm
right.
going to be right.
Terrible takes. But what we're going to be doing here is going over our top 5 best and worst jerseys. So I'm pretty much going to say something, then the council across from me will agree or disagree whether they make the top 5. So let's get right into it because, I think we can start with one that, most of us put here in our top 5. I think the best jersey of the tournament, I'm talking about South Africa's away kit.
Absolutely.
Now, I think once it pops up here on the screen, South Africa's away kit, I mean, you could see it's the highest voted shirt there. It's a beautiful kit. It's a beautiful kit, right? What do you think, Sean? Does that make the top 5?
I think it could easily make the top 5. I feel like there's culture, there's identity, and honestly, both of their kits. So
They're both really nice.
Yeah.
They're both really nice. I mean, this is the first time South Africa's qualified for the World Cup, barring 2010. But before that, it was 1994. Yeah. They're not a big footballing nation, right? They're a big population nation, but they're not a big footballing nation. Bella, when you look at this kit, does it look better than some of the other ones you may have seen?
Oh, 100%. I think it looks so classy, too. I love the shade of green. I love the collar and the stripes. And I like how the logos are just, on the chest like that.
I think this will be, one that you see.
nice.
You see this out in public, and you're like, damn, that's a nice jersey. I would gladly wear that. I mean, you guys know I wear a lot of jerseys in the first place, switching them up every episode. But this is one. This will be in my closet soon.
That's our number 1 spot.
Yeah,
sure.
I don't.
Yeah.
I have no doubt in my mind.
There's
This should
no
stay
debate
here.
about it.
But next, I think we should go to a controversial one.
Okay.
I think we should go to Brazil, right? The Brazil away kit. Some people love it. Some people hate it, right? I think it's all right. I don't know if it's top 5, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I really like this kid. Well, mind you, this is the first collab with
First Jordan.
first Jordan collab in a World Cup. It's the first jersey that has the Jordan logo in a World Cup. We've seen in the clubs, we've seen PSG with those jerseys, but this is the first time the Jordan logo is featured in a jersey like that. And it has the pattern of the dogwoods from the Amazon rainforest from Brazil. So it has cultural elements, it has visual elements that make you want to buy the kit. And they play with this kid in a couple last matches.
It's looked very nice.
Over here in Orlando, too. So they play with the yellow here in Orlando, but they played against friends with that, too.
And to be honest, their home kit, kind of bland, kind of a normal Brazil kit. The away one, I think it steals the show. I'm fine putting it top 5, but there's a lot of great jerseys.
There is a lot.
There's a lot of great jerseys.
I really
And
like it, too.
it's nice. I don't know if I can put it top 5.
I did buy it.
You've already bought
You
the kit.
bought it?
I bought it.
Wow.
Look, see what I'm saying?
I support you in that purchase.
Exactly.
I think it looks
I think,
fire.
yes, I 100% want to get that jersey as well.
Okay, but
It's
the away
just
kit is
stupid, though.
carrying.
Oh,
Yeah,
for sure the away kit's
absolutely.
carrying.
Absolutely.
For sure the away kit's carrying. I mean, it's not.
The home kids. It's the same of every single
It's just Brazil.
year.
The
It's
home
just
one is
Brazil,
boring.
just yellow and green. The verde amarela. It's the same thing every single year. Just different patterns, different models, but the away kit, it's
something
hitting.
different.
So is this a guaranteed lock-in of the top 5, or are we putting
For
this one
me,
on the
it's a
fringe?
guaranteed lock-in.
I
That's
agree
up to you
with-
guys.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a
with
guaranteed
him.
lock-in?
Yes.
We already got 2
We're
slots
talking
down.
about the away one, right?
Yeah, the away one, not the home
Okay,
one.
Yeah.
Okay, guaranteed lock-in. We already got 2 slots down. 2 for 2. I'm gonna jump to one that I really liked. I'm gonna be talking about the Belgium away kit.
Okay.
I think the Belgium away kit is beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, Belgium always has great kits, right?
Mhm.
The last year they had the Tintin, or not last year, last World Cup they had the Tintin jersey. Their home kit's all right. I don't mind the pattern on it and everything, but that's not what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the away kit. I'm looking at the cotton candy design on it.
Yeah,
It's nice. This is another kit you see out in public. You're like, this guy knows
I
ball.
might want to copy from
That's what I'm saying. This will be one I buy.
Okay.
But again, it's a lot of great kits. I don't know if I can put a top 5.
It's really cute, I
Yeah.
will say, though.
I don't know if I can put it in the top 5 because I think it has a lot of information. The pattern is good, the colors are good, and the fact that they did the logo of the federation all white, it's way better than if they would have put it like as in normal color. But I guess this jersey is supposed to represent, and it pays tribute to one of the artists from Belgium called René Magritte, and he was a surrealist artist. So that kind of like explains the pattern. But I think it's a great kit, but for me, it doesn't make the top 5. Honestly, it's just a beautiful kit,
It's a great kit.
I'm okay with it. Like it's a very nice kit. Visually, it's a kit that you're gonna remember.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
But I don't. There's so many nice kits. We're gonna get to some here that I think blow it out of the water,
Yes.
and cultural significance as well. Speaking of cultural significance, I'd like to move straight into France away kit because I think that's as Americans, I think that's the not the most important kit, but that's something that we see and are like, oh, we can at least relate. The kit's based on the Statue of Liberty with the copper ionization on the little rooster on the logo. That bright mint.
I love that.
I love that
It's
kit.
something different as well.
And
Yeah.
it still feels French. That's the thing. A lot of these teams when they change their colors up, both French kits are beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes.
France just doesn't. They don't really miss with kits. They don't really miss. But when France goes different colors, they always seem to make it work. When other countries, they shift so heavily, like what I'll talk about later, Colombia's kit doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right at all. Colombia's away kit is awful, but that France kit I think is beautiful. I want to put that top 5.
I like the kit. I like the
You say
kit.
top 3?
In my opinion, I think that goes top 3. I
Yes,
think the away kit is such a cool concept and it works. It's bold, but it works. Because I think like the Belgium one, to your point, it's kind of confusing.
It is. It just looks nice.
It-
This
yeah.
one looks nice, and it like means something. It has ties into the world. I don't think I've ever seen a jersey have not just ties to that country, but ties to the World Cup it's being played at.
Absolutely.
Like that's ridiculous. And France, they did such a good job. Also, this is a little biased, but we're gonna be watching the best players in the world and probably the best teams, like the best national team in the world, play in this kit. I'm gonna be watching Hugo Ekitike, Ryan Cherky, and obviously Kylian Mbappe
Obviously.
run up the wing with this. Like that's gonna be insane to watch. All right, I have to put that top 3.
I need to buy that one. It's so cute.
I like that. Yeah, I 100%
That's
agree.
fire.
I'd like to move on, and I want your opinion because we gotta get these quick. The South Korea kits, right?
Yes,
Ooh, yeah.
both are.
Both
great.
are beautiful.
Both
Which
are
one?
great.
Which one gets the notch?
The
The
away
away
one. I mean, you got the Tigers represented in the home, but like the away, that pattern of that flowers, it's just beautiful. It's just a beautiful kit,
They had
I'll put it in my top 5 because I really like that pattern, and then the fact that South Korea is such an underrated team and they come off with really good kits in every single year.
Yeah.
It's we need to talk more about that, and they made it through. They made it through. They
Yeah,
represented it in 2026.
South Korea's kit. I believe it was last year. The all black with the with the blue
with
like
the
segment.
blue.
That was a beautiful kit. They seem to always have great kits, even when they were just like predominantly red and white. They were great kits. I want to put that's like my second favorite jersey of the entire thing. After the South Africa, I want to put that top 5. But then we only got one spot left.
Yes.
Santi, is there any kit specifically that you're looking at to fill that last spot?
Well, I'm kind of biasing here, and I actually got to see the Colombian home jersey
Okay.
for the first time in person. It's different when you see him online and then you see him in person.
yeah.
And I like the culture represented. Like, you got Yellow Butterflies from Gabriel Garcia Marquez in 100 Years of Solitude, which is a Nobel Prize winner book. and then they put that on the jersey, and then you cannot see the pattern as much on internet, but once you see the jersey and the like thick stripes from Adidas, I think that kit's beautiful, to be honest.
Yeah,
I think that's
it's-
one of my top 5. I already ordered it. I got Luis Diaz in the bag. So, and we hopefully we didn't have the best friendly games whatsoever, but
Luis
I mean,
Suarez.
it's gonna be a good World Cup, a little
Yeah.
bath of reality for them.
It is a beautiful kit. To be honest, anything can look good against when compared to that away kit, though.
Yeah,
But it's a beautiful kit. I saw it in person for the Colombia
Croatia game.
Colombia Croatia game, and I mean, all the fans, you could see the sea of yellow. It was beautiful to see. I'm okay with putting a top 5. I think there's some better ones, but I don't know. The significance of the jersey, it matters a lot.
That's what I'm set up for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you notice things about, when you're not a fan of the team, you notice things that just looks nice. But when you are, it's a deeper meaning. Every jersey has a deeper meaning, and I think that one definitely relates. The only one I'd like to argue, maybe that Argentina one gets in that slot there.
Yeah, I saw it on the match against Zambia, I believe. They were playing against Zambia in this last FIFA friendly matches, and I like the pattern,
really nice.
but I did not like the back of it. Like the pattern, it looks really good in the front, but when you see it in the back with the numbers, I think it's gonna like a lot. That's the only thing, and that's the only reason why I didn't put it on the top 5. That will probably make it onto a top 6. That will be my 6th spot. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with the list we crafted. Quickly, we got to fly through them. The worst kits, in my eyes, we've already seen one of them. That Columbia away kit is trash. It is trash. It looks like something I would wear in like PE in 7th grade. That is a highlighter fit.
The blue ball, I don't
It doesn't
really
feel
feel
like
like
Colombia.
that either. It's just, I mean, Colombia has switched between blue, red, white, and even black for their away kit. But I don't mind it, to be honest. It's not that I just don't like it. I will wear it, to be honest. It's supposed to represent both oceans. Colombia is one of the only countries in the world that has access to the ocean. I'm sorry, to the Pacific Ocean and the Caribbean Sea.
Well,
I
when
think-
you put it that way.
I think it would have looked so much nicer though if they just went with the classic yellow that they had instead of making it so neon. If that was just toned down a little bit. The blue you can keep.
Yes,
Just
it's-
tone down the yellow
I
a little
agree
bit.
with you. I also agree that the pattern would have been better if you want to represent the oceans. Make like a wave pattern.
Yeah.
That
You
would
know?
be-
We've seen wave jerseys work out
Exactly.
in the past. Japan had a few.
But I still like it. I ordered both of them, so I got them coming. I gotta represent
Yeah,
my
I know,
country.
that's
So, but I mean, moving on to the worst ones, you gotta put Croatia up there. You gotta put Croatia the away one,
The blue one.
the blue one.
Really?
I
don't
just
hate that.
I think
There's
it's just
way
the
worse
same.
kits out there. There's way worse
But
kits.
it's just
Yeah.
it's just the same every single year. You got the blue squares and the red squares all the time. The only good thing is the pattern that they put in the center. But I mean, away from that, you always get the same information in the jersey. You do not do new things, Croatian national team. I'm
I
sorry.
feel like they just always do it right though.
Yeah,
you
I
can't,
actually like this kit more than some of their past ones,
Technically, I
especially
like
the
it.
away. Watching the home in person, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I liked their home kit from 2018, 2022. I didn't like their home kit seeing it in person, but their away kit looks nice. I'm not
I like
I'm
that
not
shade
I'm
of
not
green.
putting that in bottom
I also like
5.
that shade of
And I think
Looks
teams like
really-
Croatia, where you have a set pattern that you can never go against, you got Argentina as well. You'll never see Argentina not have a blue and white striped
Yeah.
jersey. They have it
Exactly.
difficult because they have to stick to the tradition but make it different every year. So that's why I give them a pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
I'm not putting that bottom 5.
I would wear that jersey too. So
I
Yeah,
have one.
Sean,
I have one.
let's hear that one.
Bring me the USA away jersey. I have a couple things to say.
agree with that.
I agree with that. Both of them kids. I agree
Okay,
with
no,
that.
the home kit is fine. That's like USA culture right there.
exactly.
What in the away kit screams USA culture? We are just trying to be relevant with just every other team who just has like an all black kit. Look at this. This is culture right here. This is USA culture right here. Nick Hernandez can argue with a wall.
I'll be completely honest.
You know what,
away
Sean?
kit is better
I'll
than the one
tell
you have
you.
on.
I'll give it to you. The home kit, I'm a fan of.
Yes.
It's
Like,
creative,
that screams
and I
US
like the
culture.
kind of like it's kind of giving 2000s like Target.
Yeah.
You know, I like it. But the away is. I think Moore has an opinion.
Wait, I have an
Kathy Moore's
opinion.
debut
Hi
already.
guys,
Okay.
my debut. I think that the away kit looks like a golf polo.
Yeah.
I think it looks like a referee shirt.
Yeah.
That's not a bad
Yeah.
take either. Okay.
And I
Kathleen
think
out.
even worse is that they're the home team.
Yes.
Exactly.
They're hosting.
Like,
They're
look at
hosting.
This screams US culture.
That screams ass. That's
No,
a
it's
terrible
not.
Okay, I
kit.
mean it's not.
Go ahead,
It's
stop.
better
Look
than
at
that
this.
one.
But you know,
I think
you know
the away
what?
kit is. I think that away kit is better than the one you have on.
The first time I saw these
And
kids,
it's
I
not
did not mind them until I saw them yesterday in person.
Seeing them in person, they're bad.
They're worse. Like even the
Really?
home, yeah, because the home you
The home one has a weird back
It
as
has
well.
a weird
No,
back
it's
and
so
it has a
cute.
weird shade into it. So like this pattern over here, it's black. So it's
my
black. It's supposed to be like a shadow of the
Yeah.
stripe, and I don't like. Why would you put that in
why?
there? You
I
know?
mean, I love it like that, but if it had a shadow, then that's kind of
Yes,
weird.
like
I'm sorry.
again, it goes back to the point of like they look so good on screen, but once you see them in real life, they're kind of disappointing.
It's disappointing.
Yeah, it's disappointing. I don't know how much time we have left. I believe we got
I think we got to skip to the worst one and then.
in my eyes, realistically, my least favorite kit. I already mentioned Colombia, but that's just giving Colombia fans their their a little bit of banter. I think the worst kit in this entire World Cup is Australia's away kit. It looks disgusting.
Oh my God.
That is a gross kit. If I saw that, that's a cricket kit.
Yeah.
That's genuinely a cricket kit.
Yeah.
I think I could come in an Indian cricket kit and I would be
I got you.
I'd be right at home.
I
But-
think they would have they would have done a better job if they would have not just picked those two colors. I think those
Or at
two
least,
colors
like,
don't go together as
don't
well.
put orange on top. I
What's
feel
the
like maybe
point of
just
it?
like I don't know what like
I-
base colors. That was like a turquoise type color. Like the
Yeah.
orange on top ruins it.
It's apparently integrating the Aboriginal flag into both the home and away kit. I don't know. I don't see it at all in the home kit.
Is it?
And then
How is it in both?
Wait, I have an opinion. I have an opinion.
Kathleen
I-
Moore returning.
I think that it's very like Australian landscape. Like Australia's
Yes.
kind of like tropical vibes,
Yeah.
but also like in the
Like
middle
a
of
s-
nowhere. It's got like kind of the red clay sort of thing.
Like a sunset.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say that it's like the prettiest thing in the world, but I do understand what they were potentially going for.
I do as well, and I think it's fine. I just think if you're gonna include that red clay, it could have been on the yellow kit at the bottom. If you're gonna do a gradient, put it at the bottom. Let the
Yes,
yellow
I agree
go to
with
the
you.
red.
Yeah.
Yes.
Instead of getting that disgusting blue with that. That's
like,
that's gross. That's gross.
agree with you.
That
But-
Scotland kit's trash too. But
That's my personally worst
The
one.
Scotland
way.
one.
It looks like a highlighter. You know, what do you
Are you
look?
the Switzerland away one?
Scotland, not
I have a
Ghana.
highlighter the same shade actually.
Yeah, there
I
you
think
go.
that's it then.
yeah.
I'm trying to remember what was that one team that you said they hadn't released their kit. They had just qualified.
Oh, that was I think it was Haiti.
Haiti?
Actually,
Was it Haiti?
actually updated their kits as of a few days. So if you watch the last episode, we can pull up here. Haiti updated their kits. They have the skin tight. They share an island with the Dominican Republic. They have the skin tight outfits. They're going out in jean shorts.
Wait, you're,
Oh my god.
They're losing the 3 matches, going away
Yeah.
right away,
Right.
going out right away.
Alright, so I think that'll do.
The goalkeeper kit's nice though.
Yeah.
Goalkeeper kit's nice. The rest of them, they're awful.
Awful. Awful
It'll
kids.
be an exciting World Cup though. I'm excited to see some of the kits, and you'll be seeing some of those on me. But I think that's all. Thank you so much for the guests for coming on.
Thank
When we
you so
come
much,
back,
guys.
we're gonna be talking about the best World Cup winners in each position, building a team, and then whoever's here will vote on who's a winner. So thank you guys so much. We'll be right back. Hello. Welcome back. We're here for segment 3. All of our guests left. We're all alone. It's just me and Santi again. But we're going to be talking about some of the best World Cup winners, and we're going to be working together for once. Normally, we're going against each other. Yeah. But we're going to be working together. So we're building a team, brick by brick, right? Like your Franklin Saint. You're going from the goalkeeper, and we're going to be working our way up. And it's only players who have won the World Cup. So
Absolutely.
on the left, we had ChatGPT generate us some photos of each player. They didn't do the best of jobs, so bear with us. But so We got to our left, we have Manuel Neuer, Gianluigi Buffon, Casillas, and Oliver Kahn. Arguably the four greatest goalkeepers in history.
Absolutely.
You can put Yashin and you can put Gordon Banks, but I think this is a no-brainer, right? In my opinion, I'm putting Gianluigi Buffon.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I think he's the tallest one there,
Okay.
right? He's the tallest one there. I think he has the. I mean, yeah, maybe him or Neuer. I'm not putting Casillas.
No, Casillas definitely no.
I think
my pick will be Neuer because you gotta look. He's the Curry of
He is.
football. He changed the game, and from that moment on, the keepers play with their feet.
Yeah, he was king sweeper keeper, and you know it's messed up what the AI did to him because that's not the Manuel Neuer I know. But Manuel Neuer, I like that pick. I'm thinking about Buffon. Buffon is the safest hands a goalkeeper I think has ever had. That ball could come 80 miles per hour, he's catching it. But I'm perfectly fine with Neuer because we're gonna have players who can play up through the back. We have a lot of good center backs, good right backs, good left backs. I think Neuer's the perfect player for that. Buffon's just gonna boot it up the field.
Absolutely. No, I will say top 1 Neuer and top 2 Buffon, and then Oliver Kahn. Casillas,
We were so lucky to watch these players.
Yes.
Like watching Manuel Neuer in his prime. The fact that we almost had his prime taken away from a ski accident too. Like it's crazy. Perfectly fine with taking Neuer though. That's good with me. Let's move on to the left backs though.
We got some really good players in here.
Actually,
dude.
I believe these are the right backs. I may have mislabeled these, but that's not important. We don't worry about these things here. So we got Philip Lahm, we got Lilian Thuram, we got very old Carlos Alberto. They did him no graces, and then Cafu.
It's really hard.
It is. Really all of these
hard.
players very high quality. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not taking Carlos Alberto. He was a great player. I kind of think of him more as a center back than I do a right back.
Yeah.
Lilian Thuram. I mean, he was a stud, but he's not better than Lahm and he's not better than Cafu.
Absolutely. I 100% agree
It's between those two. I think Cafu because he's better coming up. Pressing the ball forward.
I think he's really good on both positions. As a right back or left back, you have to be really good. You have to be really fast at first, and then you have to be really good and find the balance between attacking and defending, because you cannot leave your team behind with 3 players in the back and when you have 4 against you, So I think Cafu was really good at that. I think Lam was a little bit more technical, really, really good kick. He was a really good free kick taker and really technical player.
I think he's a better defender as well.
He's a better defender, not so an attacker.
Yeah.
And then I think Cafu, it's right between that balance.
Yeah.
So
And
I agree with you.
If we're putting this in the modern game, I think Cafu would translate better. The player that Philip Lahm reminds me of, I guess this player reminds me of Philip Lahm is Joshua Kimmich.
Absolutely.
He's literally just a regen of Philip Lahm, and you can see he can play right back, but he's better in CDM.
Absolutely.
He's a CDM. Philip Lahm, great right back, one of the greats in history. I'm taking Cafu, though. I'm taking Cafu. Let's go to the first center back pairing, though. We have Franz Beckenbauer. Again, that ain't Beckenbauer. Cannavaro, not too bad. Maldini and Bobby Moore. There is no doubt in my mind it's Paolo Maldini.
Absolutely.
No doubt in my mind.
That's the GOAT.
That is the greatest defender of all time.
The greatest defender of all time, and he could play in multiple positions. He could be a left back. He can be a center back. He can be play in the midfield as well. So it's a no-brainer.
The only reason I didn't have him at left back is because there's a lot of great options there. But some players are on here twice. If we don't like them once, they might come back. I know Lionel Messi is here twice, so we'll see that. This isn't even a debate, though. It has to be Maldini, and he'll play so well pushing the ball forward. Our second center back pairing is Marcel Desailly, Puyol. We have Sergio Ramos and Lucio, the Brazilian giant. This is a tough one. Because you have so much intensity from Maldini. I don't think you need another big, stocky guy like Desailly. Carlos Puyol is great. He's great at pushing the ball forward, but I don't think Puyol's better than Ramos.
That's a tough decision because you put in my teams.
Yeah, that's
into consideration. In my opinion, for what Carlos Puyol represents, he will be one of my best.
He's a better leader for sure.
Better leader, better player in terms of following the rules. Ramos is the guy with the most red cards in football history. Come on.
Yeah, he
He's
is
a
a bit too dirty. And we want to kick dirty behavior out of football. Ramos has no place in my team. I was fine with taking Lucio or Puyol.
I
think
like
Lucio.
Lucio a lot. I remember watching him in the 2010 World Cup, which is I think it was his last World
Yeah.
Cup, and he was completely
He was
completely
gassed.
a beast. But yeah, no, I can agree with you.
I think Lucio.
we can middle
Then
that.
we got 2 Brazilians on that team. We have a Italian and we have a German. We may be pairing them up with some more here. Like I said, Maldini came back, but with him, I don't think we're gonna pick him here
No,
because we have
that's
Roberto Carlos,
this is a
Lizarazu,
no-brainer.
and Capdevilla. This is Roberto Carlos. Like it's not.
I 100% agree with you.
It's not even
Couldn't
close.
agree
It's
anymore.
not even close. 3 Brazilians in that back line. I mean, it makes sense. They're the greatest footballing nation of all time. But where did it go? Where did it go?
They need to go out more. They need to go out party. They need
They need-
to go out and embrace the Brazilian culture.
Put the camera back on me. We need more Brazilians in the favelas. We need more poor Brazilians. I need Brazilians who are struggling to represent their family. I need Brazilians who are struggling to feed their kids. Give me back hungry Neymar. If Neymar wasn't obsessed with his sister, he could have been the GOAT.
Yes.
I need that. Esteval. I'm looking at you. I need Esteval.
Estebao, please, Estebao, Endrick, go out more. Go and party. Go and to the carnivals and go back. Please, that's the culture that we need.
Go
from
party
you
with
guys.
Ronaldinho. Go ruin your life.
Go. Yes.
Maybe
I
not
agree
that
with
one.
you.
Maybe not that one. Not my Pookie Bear Estevao. But let's move on to the defensive mids here. We have Busquets. We have Didier Deschamps. Doesn't look like the French manager I know. Gattuso's not too bad. And I want you to guess who that last guy is.
N'Golo Kante.
Doesn't look like him in my opinion at all.
Not at all.
Bald. I had to force him to smile. And you know, N'Golo Kante always get that big beaming smile.
Yes.
You know what they say? 70% of the earth is covered by water. The other 30% is covered by N'Golo Kante.
Yep.
But to be honest,
That's
I
a
think
really
I'm taking Busquets.
I mean, this guy just retired last year, and he averaged a 94% in his passes and throughout his whole career. You know what? Mind you, he played for 12 plus years. At 94% on pass accuracy.
Busquets was a guy who he just never turned the ball over. And in that defensive mid, you're going to have players pushing up. We already picked Roberto Carlos and Cafu on the wings, 2 very key overlapping wingbacks.
2 errors.
Yeah. So Busquets might have to drop. And I don't think there's a better person who you can, you don't have to worry at all. If the ball comes back to him, he's not turning it over. Conte's great, but Conte's great at getting the stop. Gattuso's great at riling the other team up. Deschamps is just a great holding midfielder, but they're not better than Busquets.
I mean, Busquets.
I think
again,
Busquets is the greatest. He's the greatest defensive midfielder of all time.
He changed the game, and thanks to him, we have players like Joshua Kimmich.
We have Rodri as well. Yeah.
We have Marc Bernal. We have Nico Gonzalez. We have Zubimendi, Marino. All these players that took Busquets as a reference and grew up watching the best center mid of all time.
Let's go for one Spanish center midfielder to another. Well, I guess 2.
That's
We have
another no-brainer.
Andre
in my opinion.
Iniesta. We have Xavi. We have Zidane, and we have Lautaro Matthäus. I'm gonna be honest. Zidane was a great player, but if I need someone to move that ball forward, I'm not taking Zidane. I'm not taking Lautaro Matthäus.
No,
Probably taking Iniesta.
I agree with you.
Xavi's great. Xavi's great, but I think Iniesta peaked a little bit higher, and they have different player builds, right? I think Iniesta's better at carrying that ball forward. He's better at making that overlapping pass, and we're gonna get some guys here.
Yes.
We're gonna get some guys here.
No,
that-
I agree with you. Iniesta, 100%.
we're gonna need them. Speaking of some guys here, this might be the best spread of the entire thing, and the AI didn't do them too bad. We have Pelé, we have Messi, we have Kaká. Kaká looks a little bit soulless, but that's all right. That could be true to form. And then Diego Maradona.
Diego Armando Maradona.
This is the GOAT.
It's the GOAT. There's no debate. This is a player that can not only score goals, he can assist, and he's a playmaker. So it's a no-brainer. We can have Pelé and Maradona on the wings.
We could.
Just have Messi as a cam.
And that's the thing about Messi. He has played in the wings as well. He started his career as a right winger. He played one game as a right back, but he started his career as a right winger. And he's played literally everywhere. He's played center forward. He's played cam. He's played left wing. He's played right wing. He goes wherever he wants because he's the best player on the planet. But I'm fine having him in that middle.
I agree
dictating
with
the
you.
play because he's got to end up in the middle anyway. He's going to be wherever he wants.
Yes.
But if Messi's there, you take him. Messi's
No,
there, you
we
take him.
have to take him 100%.
Yeah, so I'm taking Messi there. Unfortunately, he did come back. But these are the World Cup wingers. Now, none of these guys look how they should. But I'll read out to you who they are. So on the left is Kylian Mbappe. These are just we got to pick two wingers here. So we have Kylian Mbappe, Lionel Messi, Ronaldinho, Rivaldo, and Thierry Henry. In my eyes, there's only two options: Ronaldinho and Thierry Henry.
Yes,
Uh,
I
we-
agree with you. I'm okay with that. I'm 100% okay
I'm okay with
that.
any of these options, though. I love
Yes.
Mbappe. I'm very high on Mbappe. He hasn't peaked over Thierry Henry yet. I think by the end of his career, he will.
Yeah, well, just watching this World Cup, what if he actually wins it? He becomes a two-time World Cup champion, and he can actually
If
take
he wins
his
the World
spot.
Cup, he's the greatest French player already.
Yes.
And doing it before 30, he's going to be a monster. There's no short of Mbappe glaze here on this podcast, especially for me.
But yeah, no, I agree with you. Let's go Thierry Henry and, the best magician in football history, Ronaldinho Gaucho.
I just don't like what they did to. I just don't like what they did to Rivaldo's hair. They got. I don't know. Ronaldinho doesn't look too great either, but and Mbappe looks Algerian. There he is again. But we're
Now
gonna
in
be
the ninth position. Yeah, strikers now.
we're gonna be talking about the 9, and there's one guy. They got his hair right. I feel like this is also a no-brainer.
Yeah.
The greatest striker in history. I'm going to take R9. Then we have Gerd Muller there. We have Romario. We have Mbappe. And the all-time World Cup goal-scoring leader, Miroslav Klose.
Yep.
But they're not R9.
No, R9, shame on injuries. And, God forbid, if he wouldn't have any injuries, would have seen arguably one of the best players. He's already arguably one of the best players in football history. If he wouldn't have those injuries, he would have been top 3. That's my take.
I wholeheartedly agree. I mean, you look at R9, and he's another one of those players that he's the biggest what if, I think, in football. When we did that what if episode, we were talking about Marco van Basten. We were talking about, what if Neymar never went to Barcelona? But the one that always stuck with us was if R9 could just keep it clean.
Yes.
And it's such a consistent story with a lot of these Brazilian talents to where they just throw it away or they have it stolen from them. Neymar, if he wasn't partying so much, but if he didn't get injured so much, what could have been?
Adriano.
What could have been?
The death of his dad, R9 with injuries. So.
Romario, if he just didn't get moved off the team, there's so much. Rivaldo. That country is cursed. Despite winning 5 World Cups, you won't hear from a Brazilian fan that they're not cursed. But I think even with all the curses that they have, they still built 6 out of the 11 spots that we had. I mean, it's a wonderful footballing nation. Producers over there doing 6-7.
Wait, we also have a special guest, guys.
Special guest star, returning guest Edgar Rodriguez in the middle of segment 3. Come on.
You want to do our outro?
Oh.
Yeah, come on in for the outro.
Come on in.
Are you guys done? Wow.
We just knew it was you. We felt
Actually, crashing the show.
Yeah, Edgar Rodriguez, segment 3. You have any words of wisdom to say?
What were we guys talking about?
We're just wrapping up here for segment 3, talking about the
The
Brazil
best
and the best
World
World
Cup
Cup winners of all time.
Build in the best 11 with the World Cup
Oh
winners.
my goodness. I mean, I hope you guys chose well.
I mean, I think
we
so.
did.
I think it was a good episode.
Yeah, so just a little recap.
Too, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a little recap. We got Manuel Neuer on the as a keeper. We got Cafu. We got Maldini. We got Lucio. We got Roberto Carlos, Iniesta, Busquets, Messi, Thierry Henry, and Ronaldinho, and R9.
Damn. I don't think anyone's beating that team.
Well
I don't
done.
think anyone's beating that team,
Well done.
except for maybe injury and Brazil themselves.
Yes.
Brazil will always find a way to sell it. But I think that's going to be it for episode 9
Squeeze
here.
it
Thank
in,
you guys
squeeze
so
it in.
much for watching.
Octo,
We got
make-
both.
make some space
We got
for me.
both hosts here. All 3 hosts here. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank
We'll be
you
back
so much.
next week. We're talking about World Cup again.
With
it never
one
ends
special
here
guest.
at
Maybe-
Hidden the Field FC.
Maybe I guessed. Maybe I just have to come on.
Maybe returning guest Edgar Rodriguez. We don't know what happens. We may have a special guest next week too. I mean, another one. Ooh, who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? But I think that's gonna be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope to see you next week. Thank you so much.